Well, welcome to Douala in Cameroon, where we have live coverage for you today of this 2022 World Cup qualifying Group C encounter between the Central African Republic and Liberia. Two teams looking for their first win in this section, a section that we expect to be dominated by Nigeria. The Central African Republic, who got a draw with Cape Verde in their opening game here, while Liberia were beaten by Nigeria in Lagos. Well, this is the scene in the stadium here in Douala today, the Japoma Stadium, which stands empty for this one. This fixture was initially meant to be played in Liberia, but it's been turned around into a Central African Republic home fixture today, and they are one of a number of teams in African qualifying not able to play home matches at home, as it were. So we are on neutral territory today here in Douala, this fabulous stadium, which has been built and has an eye on the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations being played here in Cameroon early next year. Of course, a competition which was delayed, postponed because of the pandemic, which has put a lot of things back. Not just the Africa Cup of Nations, also this World Cup qualifying campaign. It's 2 years since the World Cup qualifying campaign in Africa actually began, with the first round, two-legged ties involving some of the lower-ranked nations on the continent, and Liberia were among the teams who had to play a two-legged first-round tie. They beat Sierra Leone, their neighbours, 3-2 on aggregate a couple of years ago to make it through to this stage. Two teams in the lower echelons of African international football, but two teams who nonetheless dream of making an impact in this qualifying campaign. The teams will be out here shortly. The latest game in a very busy couple of rounds of qualifying here on the African continent, which began last Wednesday and runs all the way through to tomorrow. And we hope you've been able to enjoy the coverage of the qualifiers, wherever you've been following them from around the world. This one should be an intriguing contest again today. Already a number of matches played earlier today, and the qualifying action will continue on until this evening. We'll keep you up to date with all the events, all the action, the goals in the qualifying games going on around Africa. And we hope for some goals here today. The Central African Republic, their makeshift home, drew 1-1 here with Cape Verde the other day. Liberia unable to find a way through against a very strong Nigerian team, it must be said. And results earlier today, Niger beating Djibouti 4-2 in Group A. A 1-1 draw between Benin and the Democratic Republic of Congo as well. Jordan Adeoti cancelling out Dumercy and Bokani's opener for the Congolese, and a 0-0 draw in Group E between Uganda and Mali. Teams, though, getting ready to come out here. Well, welcome to the Japoma Stadium in Douala for live coverage of 2022 World Cup qualifying Group C here in Africa today between Liberia and the Central African Republic. We are on neutral territory today at the Japoma Stadium in Douala in Cameroon. Central African Republic not able to play home matches on their own territory, and let's see if they can overcome that handicap today against their Liberian visitors, the Lone Stars, who make their way out here onto the pitch, playing their second consecutive away game. And before we take you through the team lineups, we will of course bring you the respective national anthems. First of all, the national anthem of Liberia. Now time for the national anthem of the Central African Republic. Well, those were the national anthems, and in a moment we'll take you through the starting lineups for today's game between these two nations, who I think few outsiders, few even within the two countries, expect to qualify for the next World Cup. The Central African Republic, coached by the Swiss Raoul Savoy, who's in his third spell now in charge of the team. Trésor Toropite, the number 7, got their goal in the 1-1 draw with Cape Verde. Saint-Cyr Ngam, the defender, the number 2, wears the captain's armband for Les Fauves, the Wild Beasts, as their nickname is. Two teams standing and crouching for the pre-match team photographs. The officials today, Sekou Ahmed Touré of Guinea is the man in the middle with his countrymen running the lines, and the 4th official as well from Guinea too. The Liberian team then, the Lone Stars, this is how they look for this match today, captained by Marcus Macaulay, the number 2. The man who captained them in their 2-0 defeat to Nigeria in Lagos in their opening group game, Alan Ng, is suspended today, and 3 changes made from that game, including a start for Justin Salmon, the Swedish-born midfielder who has been brought into the squad by the English coach Peter Butler for these 2 qualifying games at the start of this month. Well, shortly we will be underway here. Just gone 5 in the afternoon in Douala in Cameroon. And the Lone Stars taking on the Central African Republic today. Group that is expected to be dominated by Nigeria, and the Super Eagles, of course, got off to that winning start against Liberia with Kelechi Iheanacho, the Premier League star, getting their goals in Lagos in that particular game, leaving Liberia with work to do. And just to bring you up to speed, this match was initially meant to have been Liberia's first home game of the group. This match has been switched to a Central African Republic home game. The Central African Republic not able to play home games in Bangui, and that is why they're using Cameroon as their base. In the meantime, the Liberian Federation hoping to get clearance to use the SKD Stadium in Monrovia for their home matches still to come, and they hope that the next double headers in October and November they'll be able to play in front of their own fans. That means that Liberia will get to host the Central African Republic in November on match day 6, hopefully in Monrovia, and hopefully with something riding on that game, but that remains to be seen. And very important for these 2 teams to get a victory today, a first victory of this campaign. So we're underway here in Douala this afternoon in Group C of 2022 World Cup qualifying. It is the Central African Republic taking on Liberia, 2 nations who have never made it to the World Cup before. The Lone Stars weren't far away from getting to the 2002 tournament in Japan and South Korea. Since then, they have not come remotely close, and their opponents today, Les Fauves from the Central African Republic, have never made it to any major tournament. That is the dream for them and for the 2 teams today. But it is a long road to get to the finals in Qatar at the end of next year. Getting off to a good start in this game today, essential. We will keep an eye on how the 2 sides are lining up. Both played with 3-man defences in their opening group games last week. interception in midfield by Camara. And free kick given by the referee. Verde. Long ball sent forward and free kick given against Sherman. Liberia in red and white today. Nice one-touch passing, but the ball not coming to Kozia. Ayuba Kozia playing in that Liberian attack, and it will run through to the goalkeeper Ashley Williams. Sumaoro wearing the number 7 for Liberia today, and as a start for Justin Salmon in the midfield. It'll be interesting to see what he can bring to the team, having been called up to the squad for the first time for these matches. Sherman to Balde. Nice searching ball out to the right-hand side. Maybe a chance to get the cross into the box here. It's cut out. And the free kick is given. Stop in play. Melkin Dokumanji, the number 6 for the Central African Republic. The ball will be left to the goalkeeper, Prince Samola, the veteran custodian. Samola launching it long downfield. Ball has been given as a Central African Republic throw. Number 3 is Flory Yongao. Looks to be lining up as a right wing back today. Touched by Ndobe. Gam. Slipped through for the possible shot at goal here, and it's a good save low down by Ashley Williams. The first attempt on goal in this game. It's taken just 5 minutes to come. And an excellent save by Ashley Williams at his near post. A chance to look at that again in a moment, but the corner has been played quickly. It will be a Liberia throw. And a high boot into the challenge, right in front of the referee. Free kick has been played short. Lifted forward again, and this one will run through to Williams. With Balde. Williams sending it long downfield. No chance here for Kozia, turned away from his marker. Salmon to the right flank again, and that ball was deflected on its way behind. It will be the first Liberian corner of the game. It's going to be an in-swinging delivery on the left foot from that right-hand side. Kozia and Kepa Sherman among the players waiting in the box. Prem Sumaoro with the number 7 has come forward from the back here. Another take at that one. Axel Uri acting as the block on the delivery. Just standing there at the edge of the penalty box. Take 2 then. Oh, it's gone all the way across the face of goal. And Prince Samola not looking entirely comfortable. Oh, it was Kepa Sherman who just couldn't quite get anything on it. Another foul given by the referee, who's not up for any nonsense here today. That seems clear. Plenty of infringements in the opening 9 minutes. Salmon leaving the free kick, which is a terrible waste against this Central African Republic team. The big star for Les Fauves would be Geoffrey Kondogbia, the Atletico Madrid midfielder. He has ruled himself out of inclusion. Just 3 years after agreeing to represent the country. Saying in an open letter that things have not improved and he wouldn't be making himself available. And that is a major blow for the country. Old Savoy, the coach, made the point that football can be something that unifies the nation. A country that has not had its troubles to seek off the football pitch, that's for sure. Ball into the penalty box. It came off Salmon. And Samson Dway, who stopped it from running behind for the corner. Pass is cut out, and maybe a chance for Liberia to break away here. 0-0 here in Douala. Once again, the referee has brought the play back. Well then. So, a Liberia free kick that was given. It's another very poorly taken free kick, giving possession straight back to the opposition. Top by Salmon. Pass Balde. The Liberians trying to pass the ball out from the back, but not with a huge amount of success thus far. David Tway. Balde. Tway battling on his own against several white shirts. Tway's got it once more. The intentions are good from the Lone Stars, but passing needs to be better. Dway to Salmon. Dway again. Salmon with the ball inside. It was a little flick on by Kozia. And once more Liberia forcing the corner down the right-hand side. This is good play from the away side here today, officially the away side. Plenty of red and white shirts in the middle for this latest corner. Cleared away at the near post. Macaulay. Will be the captain, Marcus Macaulay, to take the throw. Macaulay's cross went out for a goal kick. Geoffrey Kondogbia may be the finest player that Central African Republic have ever had playing for them. A shame for them to see him choose to end his relationship with the national team already. Of course, Liberia's greatest player needs no introduction. George Weah, these days the president. One of the greatest players of his generation, of course, and still arguably the greatest African player of all time. Of course, there have been plenty of fine players who've come since then, the likes of Didier Drogba and Samuel Eto'o, but George Weah was a fabulous striker, brilliant player for some of Europe's biggest clubs. And this could be trouble for the Liberian defence. They played themselves into big trouble. And the Central African Republic finishing lets them down. It should have been the opening goal. Goodness me. And it was Karl Nomganda who was gifted the opportunity there by Brem Sumaoro, the defender. He went around the keeper, and credit to Prince Balde for getting back to make the clearance. And once again, Liberia giving the ball away very cheaply. Well, at this rate, the Central African Republic will just need to bide their time and wait for the mistake to present itself and for the chance to come for the nominal home team here in Douala today. They've been once again gifted the ball in a dangerous position here on the far side of the field. Well, very poor indeed from Liberia in their own third of the field. Ashley Williams has already had to make one very important save. One ball forwards, bypassing the midfield. Might just be a first-time shot at goal from Ayuba Kozia. A very disappointing effort straight into the arms of the goalkeeper Samola. Possession back with the Wild Beasts. Balde again to take the throw. Oh, nicely done by Sherman, fighting his way into the box. And credit to the Central African defenders. They get that ball clear and they're happy to get it downfield as quickly as possible and see if an error will come from the Liberian defenders. This is Brem Sumaoro. Balde. They will use the goalkeeper Williams. And the pressing here from the Central African players. This is where they look to force the mistake, and Williams has kicked it straight out for the throw. Well, some of the quality of the basic passing has not quite been there in the early stages of this game from either team. Maybe just getting used to the playing surface here. Of course, neither side is particularly familiar with it. Balde. Sumaoro. Out by Balde. And, sent down the line. One to chase here. Came off the defender last. Niamate, and the number 25 jersey. Will be a Central African Republic throw. Well, very stop-start, the opening exchanges here in Douala today. Guinea will take the free kick here. And number 21 jersey, and this one should be left to run through to Ashley Williams. It is. Ashley Williams, who plays his club football at the moment in Spain in the third tier with Linense. Yongao is waiting to take the throw. Torapite trying to get the break of the ball, but it will be a goal kick. Ashley Williams then. Chance to perhaps send this one long. No, he's going to play it short to Sumaoro. Sumaoro slotting in between Doué and Balde. Now the break could be on here. driving into the penalty box and just strong defending to win it back. All credit to Balde. Had to measure his intervention perfectly. Any more force and he would have perhaps sent his opponent tumbling to the floor and risked conceding a penalty, but he just did enough to muscle him off the ball. As we approach the midway point here in the first half, the Liberian defence looking particularly vulnerable. Pressing is causing him all kinds of problems. Back it comes to Williams. That's a better ball. Just a long punt downfield by Salmon, and someone are happy to come out to collect. Up against Kipper Sherman. Peter Butler, the Liberian coach, out orchestrating things on the edge of his technical area as the high ball sails into the box, and it causes Williams problems again. I'm not sure that one was on target. Williams didn't seem to be 100% certain. Another shaky moment at the back for the Lone Stars. Camera ending up on the ground. Comes all the way back to Williams again. Williams taking it for a run. Well, perhaps he's given up trying to rely on the defenders in front of him to move possession forward. He's taken a knock here. Well, this is a concern for Liberia. They do have two substitute goalkeepers on the bench, but Ashley Williams, an important player for them. Just 20 years old, but got his chance with Linense in the Spanish third tier and clearly wants to make a career for himself in the European game. There are lots of what you might call journeymen playing in the Liberian ranks, players who've managed to make a career travelling all over Europe, all over the world to play for different clubs. Now then, space on the right-hand side here. Chance maybe to get the cross into the box. There are 5 red and white shirts in there. The header is well over the bar. I think it was David Tway. Samala is going to kick this one long. Central African Republic not taking such chances, trying to pass the ball out from the back. throw is intercepted. And Macaulay on the right-hand side. Well, they have found some space out there, the Liberians, but quality of the delivery has been disappointing thus far. The attackers do need better service. Kepa Sherman and Ayuba Kosia. Liberia, without the man who captained them against Nigeria in Alan Nji, midfielder who plays his club football in Switzerland. He picked up a booking in the defeat in Lagos, and having already been booked against Sierra Leone in the first round of qualifying, that meant that he was suspended for the trip here to Douala today, as Prince Samola requires a change of boots. The 36-year-old goalkeeper. Justin Salmon losing possession there. We see the nice bit of sharp passing from the Liberians in the early stages of the game. All through by Tway, looking for the run on the far side, which came to nothing. The other goal has been where the action has come, really. Good save by Ashley Williams there. Shot was from Vondoze. Pass had been slipped in by Toropite, and a good save by the goalkeeper. And now Prince Samola will be able to take the kick, it seems. Interception in midfield by Salmon. It's a bit sharper from the Liberians, but it's still come towards their own penalty box again. And it's going to be another corner here behind closed doors in Douala today. By the head, it's going to come back. Been driven into the edge of the 6-yard box by Namganda. Will run through harmlessly to Williams. On paper, Central African Republic should be slight favourites to win this game. You look at the world rankings, they are 123rd in the world, 33rd in Africa. You compare that to the Liberian team, who lie 150th in the world rankings and a lowly 46th in Africa. It's a long time since the George Weah days. Namganda could be in again. It's good defending by Sumaoro. Namganda then with the chance to deliver the corner here. Right, swinging ball. Met by the overhead kick and harmlessly behind again. Sadok Ndobe with the attempt. Well, David Tway ending up on the ground, and the free kick given again. Let's see this one once more. Tway just running into a few too many white shirts, really. Cleared away. Picked up by Toropite, and once again a free kick given Liberia's way. Played early by Macaulay, looking over the top for Kozia. Now then, Namganda. It's cut out and picked up in midfield. Neither team really able to build anything. That ball there to be won for Toropite. Well, this is a problem for the Central African Republic. Trésor Toropite still on the ground. Free kick flighted forward, and one in the air. There is a bit of a height difference. These Central African defenders towering over the Liberian attackers. Still 0-0 here then. Kepa Sherman, the Liberian number 9, and his teammates looking to find a way through. They have not really managed to trouble Prince Samola in the Central African goal as yet. Sumaoro. Long ball sent forward. It's brought down on the chest, but defender making the intervention just in the nick of time. Still the pressure perhaps on here. Moved out to the right-hand side by Sherman. Macaulay looking up, and Samola coming to collect. Brave goalkeeping. And he might just have hurt himself in the process, Prince Samola. Looks to be his right arm, which has taken a bit of a knock here. We see the cross again from Macaulay. And under pressure from Ayuba Kozia, and one of his own defenders as well, Prince Samola. See it from this angle. Might get a better take on why it was so painful for the goalkeeper. He just crashed into the Liberian striker, and it's going to take maybe a bit of ice, a bit of the magic sponge to get Samola recovered again. One in the air by Camera. Kozia chasing it. Hooked away by the defender Ndobe. Camera again. Justin Salmon is going to take the free kick here for Liberia, the Swedish-born midfielder brought into the starting lineup today. Comes all the way back to Williams then. Samson Dway. The touch by Sherman. Once again, get the feeling that some of these Liberian players not quite on the same wavelength, missing the man who captained them against Nigeria, of course, and one or two new faces in the team for this international get-together. One of them here, Salmon. Salmon again. He did well, but possession has been conceded once again by the Liberians. Macaulay tracking back. Cleared away by Guinea. Keeping a close eye on Ayuba Kozia. Macaulay under pressure again. Verde. This is Brim Sumaoro. Sumaoro going long and looking for Sherman to spin away from his marker. It's good play. Camera coming in from the left. Camera getting it back into the middle. Well, that was good play from the Liberians. You have to say it's the first time we've seen them really get in behind like that, but Toro Pite comes away with the ball now. And straight out of play on the far side. Well, look at this again from Camera. Another of those brought into the team today. The number 8 plays his club football in North Macedonia. Real mix of leagues where these players ply their trade. They're all gaining very valuable experience for Peter Butler's team. One of the players that he brought in for this get-together. And there was a lot of excitement about the forward Mohamed Camara, who plays for Hatayspor in Turkey. Called up for the first time, but he left the squad's training camp in Nigeria after he found out he wasn't going to be in the starting lineup. And Peter Butler did speak out about that afterwards, obviously admitting his disappointment at the attitude of Camara and his disappointment at not being able to call upon a fine talent, but he had his reasons for not putting him in the starting lineup. Salmon. Well, that's an excellent ball in behind for Macaulay now. Macaulay could have tried to pick out Sherman in the middle. Instead looked for Kozia. Well, that was a fantastic pass by Justin Salmon, and really he deserved more from that. Instead, Liberia just having to settle for the corner. Here's a chance to get the ball into the box again. Kepa Sherman waiting in the 6-yard box. Among the players forward, Paz Balde, the number 12. Another in-swinging delivery, a dangerous one. And that will run through to Samola. Central African Republic were trailing at half-time against Cape Verde in their opening game. Coming back to equalise early in the second half of that match. Will have given Raoul Savoy, the coach, plenty of encouragement for what's to come. on paper, this should be a group that is comfortably won by the Nigerians. Cape Verde, of course, punching above their weight in international football, given the relatively small size of their population, certainly compared to a powerhouse like the Nigerians. And these two countries are small nations as well. Liberia with a population of just over 5 million, the Central African Republic's population just under 5 million. Now then, Tway. Salmon. It's another nice idea from Justin Salmon. It will run behind for the goal kick, and Marcus Macaulay with the thumbs up. He knew that it was the right idea. Just a little bit too much on the pass. It does look like we're going to head into half-time with the scores goalless here. Macaulay driving forward again. Picked up in midfield by Ndokumanji. Free kick will be given. Ndokumanji just pulled back by Salmon. His performance thus far will be seen as a real positive for Peter Butler, the Liberian coach, as the cross comes in from the left-hand side. Mate. Yongao. Yongao trying to hold off Kozia. And this is going to be a chance to get the ball into the box again. Yongao had support alongside him from Nomganda. Yongao will swing this one in, the young wing-back. The majority of Central African players who play their club football at home. Yongao's delivery managed to beat the first man, but not the second defender. This one could run through here from Nomganda, who knew he was coming back from an offside position. And a nasty collision involving Sadok Dobe. A Liberian player who looks to be suffering as well. Knock to the leg. And we're into 2 added minutes at the end of this first half. This is the source of the problem. The Liberian player who's down is Abu Kamara. This gives us a different view of it. Keenly trying to win the ball. Time to take on some water as well. It is hot and humid here at the moment. Temperatures around 27 degrees. Rain expected. It's that time of year, of course. The first half coming to a conclusion. There was a lot of rain the other day when the Central African Republic played Cape Verde here. And a yellow card shown then to Abu Kamara as he got back onto his feet. Rather too keen in the challenge, the Liberian number 8. free kick too, which surely be the last chance of the first half here. The Central African Republic have had the best chances of the game so far. It's a long way out, this free kick, but it's an ambitious attempt on goal, well struck and into the arms of Ashley Williams. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it's been an intriguing contest thus far, and it remains 0-0 here in Douala. The Central African Republic having the better of the chances, but still all to play for as we head into the second half. Well, welcome back to Douala. The team's coming out for the second half of this one, and we're hoping for some goals in this second half. 0-0 at the break between the Central African Republic and Liberia here in qualifying Group C for the 2022 World Cup. Ready to get things going again in just a second. And before the action gets going again, we will have a new player coming onto the field at the start of the second half. Looks like possibly a couple of changes here for Liberia. Justin Salmon is coming off, the Swedish-born midfielder, after getting his first start for the national team. And I think we're going to see Terence Tisdale coming on now. Terence Tisdale started against Nigeria, dropped to the bench for today's game. And the other change is going to see David Tway coming off, another man who played in central midfield in the first half, the Belarus-based player making way for Jeremy Segbe to come on. And Segbe is a defender by trade. So a double change then at the break for Liberia. And that could mean a change in formation from Peter Butler. Terence Tisdale taking his place. Segbe played in a back three against Nigeria. And Liberia get us underway in the second half here with the double change at the start of the second half from their coach Peter Butler, as they look to improve markedly on their first half performance. 0-0 the scoreline here in Douala this Monday evening. Central African Republic had the better of the first half chances. Samaoro on the ball now. Just wonder if Samaoro will step up into midfield with the introduction of Segbe. That's well played, brought out from the back. Rather more confidence than we saw from the Lone Stars in the first half. Regularly giving possession away very cheaply. Segbe, the number 5, has gone into that defence. Well, another wild swing at the ball from Balde on Namganda, and that's why the free kick has been given. The rain has so far held off here in Douala. It is the rainy season in Cameroon. Free kick is flighted in and it's met flush on the volley. Well, that was perhaps a little bit unlucky. The attempt striking his own teammate, and Liberia survives. Segbe to take the throw. Williams. Field for Brem Sumaoro. Play sending it forward. That's a good ball for Sherman. Sherman again. Well, I wonder what Peter Butler will have said to his players at half-time, because Liberia's use of the ball frequently in the first half, especially in their own half of the field, was very disappointing. Here's Samson Dway again, the young defender, is the only member of the Liberian team today who plays his club football in Liberia. Marcus McCauley, the captain. Sumaoro. It's well worked across to the far side. And the free kick given against the Liberian player. Liberia, remember, made it to this stage by beating their neighbours Sierra Leone in the first round, 3-2 on aggregate. That was 2 years ago now. Trying to qualify for the World Cup for the first time. It's on paper a huge ask for them in a group also containing Nigeria. Came very close in qualifying for the 2002 World Cup. They finished a point behind Nigeria in their final round group. Sherman to Sumaoro. Poor touch by Sumaoro. He's got it back again. McCauley moves it across to the far side. Picked up by Tisdale. Lovely skill. Superb play from Tisdale, and it's laid back for the shot at goal from Kozia. Well, it deserved much better, the build-up play. Maybe Kozia's effort was desperately poor. And look at this again from Terence Tisdale, just on as a substitute up against Flori Youngao. Didn't get the chance to see the attempt on goal from Kozia, but it was something of an anticlimax after Tisdale's brilliant wing play. The substitute on with the fresh legs. Sumaoro again. I think every single member of the Liberian starting lineup plays in a different country. Just one based at home, that is Samson Dway, who has played that ball out for a throw under not really a lot of pressure. Once again, it's Liberia giving possession away very cheaply. Chance to get the cross in here for Le Fauve. Sumaoro blocks it. Thumped away. In this group in round 2 of this stage of the qualifying campaign will be played tomorrow between Cape Verde and Nigeria, kicking off at the same time, 1600 GMT. Ball cut out by the defender. Ngam, the captain, not taking any chances with the Liberian striker lurking behind him. And before the throw can be taken, I think we might see a change being made here by the Central African Republic. a great hurry. Kananganda, player making way. And Delphine Mokonu is the player who comes on, wearing the number 11. Came off the bench against Cape Verde as well. Central African Republic, one of 8 teams who are playing their home games on neutral ground at the start of the second round of qualifying for the World Cup. Mali among the other ones. Their home venues not deemed suitable for these occasions. That is why we're here at the Japoma Stadium in Douala. This 50,000 capacity ground, sadly standing empty today. Remember, it will host matches at the Africa Cup of Nations in the new year. As the Central African Republic come forward down the left, it was Axel Uri trying to get away into space. And the problem perhaps here for Kepa Sherman up front. He's still feeling the effects of a knock to his left leg. Forward 2 places. Club football in Malaysia. Treatment will be required. Still the Cup of Nations to come in the new year. 24-team tournament now, of course. Group E will be played here, and that will feature Algeria, among others, but also Liberia's neighbours Sierra Leone, whose presence at the Cup of Nations is a big achievement for them. First time they will have appeared at the Cup of Nations since 1996 in South Africa. Liberia haven't been to the Cup of Nations since Mali in 2002, when they went out in the group stage with just 2 points without winning a game. And Peter Butler's task is to turn around their fortunes as Sherman waits to get back onto the field. Corley. Nil-nil it is here as Williams comes out to clear. Long ball forward. Corley again. The captain's armband on. Just a hopeful ball forward from him. Diagonal ball forward will be collected by Williams. And he will release Dorley. Alfie Dorley is probably the biggest star in this Liberian team, playing for a very good Slavia Prague team in the Czech Republic, who've become the dominant force in the Czech League and have been knocking on the door of the Champions League in Europe as well. Corley's moved into the midfield, slightly inside. At the start of the second half with the changes made by Butler, with Segbe playing down that right channel. He's decided to shake things up a bit, but Liberia with some more defending to do here. They could be in trouble. Coolly cut out. And all credit to Dway it was. And got in the way of that ball, and now Sherman takes it for a run into the Central African half and wins the free kick as well. Well then, free kick lifted into the box. The flag up early from the assistant referee, spotting an infringement in there. And we need a bit more quality with the final ball, a bit more quality from both teams if we're to get a goal at either end here today. Well, Samola will send this long again. It's the view from the other end of the ground here in Douala. That Cup of Nations group: Algeria, Sierra Leone, Equatorial Guinea and the Ivory Coast. It should be an absolutely cracking group here in Douala in the Cup of Nations. There will be knockout matches played here as well, including one quarter-final and one semi-final. The final itself will be in Yaoundé on the 6th of February next year. That tournament, which was of course meant to be played at the beginning of this year, but was put back because of the pandemic. Williams. Macaulay. Well, he's got into the game, moving into the centre of midfield. They have themselves a free kick coming up to the hour mark. Marcus Macaulay plays his club football in the Middle East. He was fairly cynically taken out there by Freeman Nyamate. It's come off the defender. It will be a corner. Played short, and the chance now to get the cross in, held up towards the edge of the 6-yard box. They were queuing up there to meet that ball. It was Prince Balde. He got his head on it. Well, in fact, it was the number 9, Sherman, who connected with it. Balde was just behind him. Given again. Very scrappy indeed this match, and a yellow card now shown. Well, despite the protests, the referee from Guinea, Buki Melki and Dokumanji. One yellow card apiece now. Dokumanji not really sure that there was much in that as he turned away from Abu Kamara. Flighted forward, headed away by the defender, picked up Uri. Confirmation of that yellow card from Dokumanji as the Central African Republic looked to break. It's picked up by Macaulay. Here they come again. Now, Uri has space on the left, they just can't find him. Another opportunity here to find Axel Uri. Now he has it. Axel Uri needs to do something more with the ball there. Good defending from Samson Dway. Standing up to strong play from the youngster. Chance goes begging again. Nicely slipped through. Mukunu, substitute, with the ambitious attempt from long range. It's not going to trouble Ashley Williams like that. He's largely been a spectator in the second half, and that will please Peter Butler. His team still need to do better at the other end of the field. Push, I think, by Jeremy Sigbe. Good kick played early. Mukunu losing it. Sigbe again. Shut down by Mukunu. This is Axel Uri. French space forward, going for goal. That was an ambitious effort. It would have been spectacular had it come off from Axel Uri. Just brushed the top of the net on its way past. Now then, here come Liberia again. Dorley. First to Sigbe on the near side. Sigbe again. Coley continuing his run. Coley's got it. Just about got away from his man. Game is now becoming a bit stretched. I think these two teams realise that a draw doesn't really suit either of them. Really, they have to win all their other games and then try their luck against Nigeria. And now Les Fauves, a chance for the shot on goal from long range. The quality has just not been there, has it? Number 7, Trésor Toro Pité moved that ball out to Georgino Mbondoze, and he dragged the shot wide. Could perhaps have looked to get it back to Toro Pité again. Once more, no trouble for Williams, and back up to the other end. Liberia trying to get in behind. Young Gao, the young number 3, with the interception that time. Mate. Mbondoze spinning away from his marker. There is real space for Axel Uri this time. Look at Williams coming way out, and what a heroic piece of goalkeeping that was from the Liberian custodian, the young man who models himself on Manuel Neuer. Well, that was very much out of the Manuel Neuer copybook, wasn't it? Flying out of his area to get to that ball. Had to take a risk, and fair dues to Ashley Williams, of course, the hero of their first-round tie against Sierra Leone, with a very, very late penalty save in the second leg, which, had he not got in the way of that spot kick, then the Liberians wouldn't be here today. Sierra Leone would have gone through instead. That's how important that save was. And once again, with an absolutely vital intervention. Time for Liberia to make more changes. Kozia coming off, it's not been his day. Dave Harmon taking his place, and you're going to see Peter Wilson coming on as well with the number 18. Confirmation of the change, the young Dutch-born forward Ayuba Kozia being replaced by Van Dave Harmon. And Abu Kamara, the other player who has come off, and Peter Wilson on in place of him. Peter Wilson, who came off the bench against Nigeria as well, plays his club football in Cyprus. Peter Butler's brought some new faces into the squad for these qualifiers. He's looked to Europe for players maybe born on the European continent with parents who come from Liberia, and he's managed to persuade them to turn out for the Lone Stars, and clearly signs are, in some respects, very promising. I think Justin Salmon looked very promising in the first half, but lots of work to be done integrating the new faces into the team. Sherman lays it back for the long-range shot on goal. Peter Wilson trying his luck. Past the midway point in the second half, and still waiting for the opening goal here, still waiting for Liberia's first goal of the group stage. Remember, against Sierra Leone in that first round tie 2 years ago, they won the first leg 3-1. They held on in the second leg, losing 1-0. So the goal drought in this qualifying campaign at the moment is set to stretch to third game. Their first match against Sierra Leone actually scored from the penalty spot twice. Terence Tisdale on the ball now. Scored one of those penalties. Sumahoro to Macaulay. Good ball from Wilson for Segbe. Into the penalty box, and maybe the chance for Harmon. Well, they are looking to get the impetus from the fresh legs of the substitutes. Van Dave Harmon has come on into the attack. Dokumanji making his presence felt to put off the Liberian substitute, but it is a corner kick into the final 20 minutes. Goalkeeper not sure whether to come or stick in front of his line, and Liberia unable to make anything of the corner anyway. Big match to come later between the Ivory Coast and Cameroon in Group D of this qualifying campaign. Remember, the winners of the 10 groups will head through to the final round. 5 two-legged ties to decide who does head through to the finals at the end of next year in Qatar. The World Cup being played in November and December, exceptionally. And that means it's going to be quite a year for African national teams, the 5 who make it anyway to the World Cup, given that we have the Cup of Nations here in Cameroon at the beginning of the year, and then the World Cup to round things off. Long kick downfield from Samolan. This could be the chance. Stopped by Williams, held at the second attempt. It was not the best connection from Vondoze. Part of that Central African attack, who all play in the French lower leagues. Vondoze's had a couple of opportunities in this second half. The excellent header on into his path, and Credit to the substitute Delphine Mokonu for setting him up, but a comfortable save for Williams. And a change being made here then by the Central African Republic. Noki Dokumanji, who was on a yellow card in the midfield, being replaced by Jospin Gaupandia. Ashley Williams certainly played his part here today for Liberia. Just like to see his teammates doing a bit more at the other end of the field. Nicely done by Sumaoro. On, says the referee. Harmon. Support on the right-hand side from Segbe. Segbe's ball into the box is headed away. Giving it to Macaulay. Well, it may have been a handball from the Liberian player there, Segbe. Hooked on by Macaulay. Segbe might just get to this. Segbe's cross, it needs a good delivery. Tisdale. Dorley. Dorley's ball into a good one. Headed on at the near post, comes out to Segbe. Cleverly done by Segbe and swept wide. A huge chance, that one. Well, it was Peter Wilson. The substitutes playing a part here for Liberia in this second half. It came from the left-hand side from Tisdale, helped on by Segbe, and then Wilson putting it wide, and probably Liberia's best chance of the whole game. Seem to be improving as the game goes on, the Lone Stars, and here they go again. Harmon, unselfishly trying to square it. Maybe he could have gone for a goal himself. He was looking for Kepa Sherman in there, but just wonder if Van Dave Harmon played in by Wilson's excellent ball in behind the defender Niamate. Credit to the defender for the interception in the end. It is just a corner for Liberia, who are on top in this second half. There have been a few more chances, some openings at the other end too, of course. We've seen Ashley Williams make that crucial save a few moments ago. Segbe. Across. And, long ball sent forward. It's knocked down for Harmon. Still 0-0 here. Segbe. Segbe's cross. Just asking for Tisdale to attack it at the back post, but it's good goalkeeping from Prince Samola. And he is not in a hurry to let go of that ball. And the Central African Republic just in danger of seeing this game slip away from them. Didn't make it beyond the first round of qualifying for the 2018 World Cup in Russia. They lost 5-2 on aggregate to Madagascar in the first round. They got just 4 points in their qualifying group for the next Africa Cup of Nations. Group featuring Morocco, but Mauritania and Burundi as well. Not the toughest of groups, I have to say. Looking to get to a major tournament. even this being in the group stage of World Cup qualifying is practically a step into the unknown for them. And Raoul Savoy, in his third spell as coach of the Central African Republic, knows how big a job it is. He's got experience of managing the team before. And they finish this one strongly. Just a bit of concern for Axel Uri here. Brought in from the French third tier with Créteil in the Paris suburbs. Paris region, of course, a hotbed for producing footballing talent. The diaspora from so many countries coming through there. And the Central African Republic management team tapping into the possibilities available to them in Europe, of course, with Geoffrey Kondogbia not involved in this get-together, and doesn't look like we're going to see Kondogbia back for a while. The free kick here, which Pandya, the substitute, is going to take. And it's met by the header, a diving header into the arms of Williams. Way, Segbe. Doing well again. Stood up well to the threat from Vondoze. Long ball forward. I think double substitution by Peter Butler has certainly given Liberia more thrust going forward. Well, I think Raoul Savoy might need to possibly make a change here. Axel Uri is down. It is possibly just a bit of cramp. He's been on the books at a couple of slightly bigger French clubs, teams like Nîmes and Guingamp, who've been in the top division in recent years. Just 22 now, playing for Créteil. Signed for them this summer. Heading off towards the dugout, and possibly a change needed. Verde. Dorley. Here's Macaulay. One ball sent forward, and maybe Liberia have just had their spell where they were on top, and they didn't get the goal in it. At the moment, heading for a draw, which will suit the other teams in the group quite nicely. I think on paper, Nigeria and Cape Verde should be the top two. Confirmation of the change. Sidney Dambakizi, the number 12, is on for Axel Uri. Time running out if we are to see a goal today. Samala's kick. Away by Macaulay. Tisdale. And he's got good feet, Terence Tisdale. Certainly been lively, but has lost possession in a dangerous position here. There's space for the Central African Republic to break into, and this could be the chance. The offside flag has come up, though. Toro Pite, he was denied by Williams. Good goalkeeping again. I think Trésor Toro Pite wanted it sooner. Had gone ahead of the last defender. Another free kick in a dangerous position here. It's been a very stop-start game, and that's why the foul has been given. Galpandia with the infringement. Three Liberian players standing over this. Terence Tisdale and Murphy Dorley among them. Just 5 minutes remaining as Tisdale's free kick is into the wall. Might just fall here perhaps for Sherman. He's turned it in. A bit of space in the box. And finally the breakthrough goal from Kepa Sherman. And it has come late in the day. Liberia will hope that it is enough for them to leave here today with the 3 points, which can kickstart their World Cup qualifying campaign. A scrappy game for long spells, but Liberia have enjoyed the better of the second half without question, and they will feel that that is a deserved goal. And it's the Malaysia-based frontman Sherman pouncing to finish. The Central African Republic not clearing their lines following the free kick. Excellent finish. Prodded into the far corner. And Liberia lead by a goal to nil with just 4 minutes of the 90 remaining. Well, they were never really under the cosh, Liberia, but they were extremely slack. Some of their play in the first half. The double change at the break by Peter Butler got them back on the right track. The introduction of Segbe and of Tisdale. Just a few positional switches, and Liberia have gone on to be the better team. They've taken 1 or 2 risks, left themselves a little bit open at times at the back, but there's not been the quality from their opponents to find a way through. And on the odd occasion they have got in behind. Ashley Williams has been there to make the save. They might need Williams to stand up and be counted again here, the Liberian defence. Free kick given for the foul by Tisdale on Galpandia. Toropite is standing over the free kick, and Sadok Ndobe is there as well, the number 5, the defender. Here's Toropite, was on target, but straight at the goalkeeper. And he holds it at the second attempt. Well, Ashley Williams might not be in a hurry to get back onto his feet here. He'll be heading back to his club Linense after this. They're from down near Gibraltar, right down in the south of Spain. He was just caught as he grabbed hold of the ball at the second attempt. One of 2 Linense players on the field now, because Jeremy Segbe, who came on at the break, recently joined Williams at the Spanish club. And a free kick given again by the referee as we're into the 90th minute here. It was one Dave Harmon who was caught. He is limping somewhat, struggling to get back onto his feet as the clock ticks down. The free kick is played into the box, helped on by Sherman. Dole back to Sumaoro. I have to say that Sumaoro has been a solid presence in between the 2 centre halves, and then stepping up into midfield as the kick out is closed down by Harmon, suddenly finding his full capabilities again. I think he is struggling, but he saw the chance as Prince Samola came out to clear, and the stretcher is going to be required here. We're into 3 minutes of added time at the end of the game here in Douala this evening. Fans of Nigeria and Cape Verde will be keeping a close eye on this one before their match tomorrow. Credit to Harmon for the block. In the end, it was thumped away by Ndobe, and the Central African Republic heading for a defeat. This is a home game for them, remember, as it was against Cape Verde last week, and it's going to be just 1 point from a possible 6, and surely any slim prospect they might have had of qualifying for the World Cup has already evaporated. To remind you that the next round of matches will be played in early October, between the 6th and the 9th of October. The Central African Republic will be officially on the road. They'll be in action in Nigeria, and it's going to be very difficult for them to get anything from that one. And Liberia, with supposedly a home game against Cape Verde. Let's see if they're allowed to host matches in Monrovia by then. And that will be followed by more games straight after that one. A double-header in October, a double-header in November as well, and then the group winners of each of the groups will head through to the final round. That will be next March, after the Cup of Nations. Such a busy time for the African national teams, and Liberia, of course, will not be at the Cup of Nations. They'll hope to still be in World Cup contention, at least into the final round of group matches in November. Peter Butler has come to the Liberia job with vast experience, the former Botswana coach. He worked in countries all over Asia, he's worked in Australia. A fine player back in the 1990s with West Ham United, among others. As the cross comes in, Away with the header clear. Really strong and solid defending from youngster Samson Dway, just 19, and playing for the domestic champions in Liberia. I suspect that some of those watching today's game will have got their eye on him. And let's see if he ends up getting a move to a club perhaps in Europe in the years to come. Another Liberian player down here. The referee will be close to bringing proceedings to an end. It's Prince Balde. He plays in Kosovo. And, a yellow card shown to Segbe. Confirmation of the booking. We've gone beyond the allotted 3 minutes of added time. There might be a few more seconds yet with the stoppages that we've had. Liberia set to join Nigeria on 3 points, the top of Group C, at least temporarily, till the Nigerians play in Cape Verde tomorrow. Time is up for the Central African Republic. The full-time whistle goes. Liberia have won here today in Douala with a late goal from Kepa Sherman. A potentially vital goal for them in this World Cup qualifying campaign. It gives them something to cling to, some hope that they can still compete with Nigeria for top spot in Group C. It's going to be so difficult for anybody to compete with the Super Eagles in this section. The Central African Republic heartbroken at the way in which they've lost this game today. The late goal from Kepa Sherman, the reward for the Lone Stars for a much improved second half display. They will feel it is a deserved victory for them today, and they are up and running in this group, the Central African Republic, with just 1 point from their first 2 matches played here in Douala, and already very much up against it. That's it from us here in Douala. We leave you with the Liberian celebrations.